Tom Bubbly here. I found some old source code that I wanted to go through. Now, none of this is really old source code. A lot of this is just based on kind of a 2000 time period. I've got various CD-ROMs that are in storage that are of the 96, 97 source code, but this is all what's called the Nirvana 2 Reclamation source code, which came out basically after the time. This is when I was travelling by train, but prior to the Stockholm rewrite. I've got some code which is actually from 2004, so it's kind of late. It doesn't really capture post-Stockholm rewrite period 2003, 2001, 2002, 2003. So without further ado, this is still at least based on the 1996 source code. This is just the file handler. Amazing the kind of brevity in these files. Folks who are fans of the cognitive simulation will be a little bit disappointed. This had the cognitive simulation removed for speed issues. But let's get into the Nirvana.h stuff. So again, based on the original source code, rewritten by Train. Some update before I put the source code online. And this is just this will look familiar to some people. This also contains the file menu stuff for some unknown reason. But yeah, this is the Nirvana.h. And this, I think, handles the higher-level stuff. This is kind of equivalent to sim.c currently. Oh, this is the general run. We got the platform-specific code, which is equivalent, I guess, to the Mac code now. Again, very, very simple. You know, just menu handling. Windows handle the menus basically, and run the event loop. This is the state machine. So this had the vector3, observe, contour map, vector map, the delta maps, the operator maps, and this was just basically like a graph, various things displayed in monochrome. Vec3 was, and this actually predates this. It's funny that it has that date on it because it predates the simulation. Probably got some of that old source code, probably circa 1995 to go through, but this was the line connections, and just very simple line vector based on the rotation. So it's kind of, I think, a 16-point rotation with line vectors in between. So this is associated with an overlap movement. Again, it has the sign dump, and this will look familiar to some. Facing location, condition of the apes, transitional facing. This is the movement from ape location to map location, I think. So yeah, showing the conditions, drawing the apes. So prior to the Stockholm rewrite, the drawing and the movement and everything was all kind of intertwined. It wasn't in any way separated. I think this is just the biology. This is the quantum mechanics biology, operator math. Doing the calculation. I think that's pretty well it. Just the time. Showing the sunlight, daylight, various other things, but relatively simple. So this is 2000. Around this time also I had the weather simulation. The weather simulation was originally done through the Planet Nova 8 development, so it creates this kind of spherical cube. This is just the drawing thing. And this is the underlying weather simulation, which is pretty similar actually to the modern day version, except it was, I think, done all with floating point mathematics here, double mathematics, in order to do it. Which of course isn't there currently. It takes a land file, a raw file, and does a weather calculation over it. There's a note that I wrote to myself associated with some music. I'm not sure. Who is Emmylou Harris? Anyway. A note to myself somewhere associated with Emmylou Harris. Note to myself, now check who Emmylou Harris is. I think she's a musician. Pretty sure she is. I must have been listening to Emmylou Harris when that came up. Potentially actress. Who knows? Who knows? This actually draws the weather, and here we have the planet Nirvana. So it shows the stuff. So basically, Nirvana 2 was just getting together a lot of the old source code. I wanted to bring up the IOTA source code, Isle of the Apes. I have that somewhere. So then the Stockholm rewrite happened, and this is 2004, so I mean this is pretty late, basically. And things are starting to look already very much more modern. In fact, I think I've got a copy of the source code somewhere which predates this, because I was still calling things 8, and things like that. Being is pretty late. So I might come back and do that video, because this is considerably more modern. Anyway, Tom Bodley in the Bay Area, signing out for now.